Hey guys, tonight we find ourselves wandering into the ancient world of the Roman Colosseum. Picture this. It's just past dusk. The sky painted with the kind of soft purples and indigos that seem to hug the edges of sleep. You're wrapped in your comfiest blanket, a mug of something warm in hand, and maybe your favorite overworn socks keeping your toes toasty. You probably won't survive this, except you will. And hopefully, you'll drift off to dreamland by the time we're done. Before you get too comfy, feel free to tap like or subscribe. But only if you're genuinely enjoying the calm around here. Tell me where you're listening from and what time it is over there. I love seeing how far this sleepy little journey reaches. Now, go ahead and lower the lights. Maybe let a fan hum in the background, and let's drift gently into tonight's story together. You wake up in ancient Rome, and the air is buzzing with anticipation. It's like that feeling when you're watching the seconds count down to midnight on New Year's Eve, but with less glitter and more tension. There's an unmistakable aroma in the air. Cooked meats mingled with fresh bread, like walking past too many food trucks at a fair. It's the morning of a grand spectacle at the Colosseum, and you can almost hear the crowd gathering already, chattering in a language thick with excitement and the occasional burst of laughter. But here's the twist you might not have expected. Gladiator games, often assumed to be straightforward battles of strength and skill, were, well, sometimes as manipulated as those reality TV shows you swear you don't watch. As you wander closer, the Colosseum looms large against the sky. It's not just a building, it's an icon. Like the Eiffel Tower of ancient attractions, you enter through one of its many grand arches, dust brushing against your worn sandals. Yes, sandals, because in this scenario, your fuzzy slippers needed a break. Inside, it's a marvel of organization, and you can't help but think it's almost like ancient Rome had developed the first ever version of stadium seating code. Spotlights, if they could have invented them, would have focused on this grand stage of sand and stone. In reality, the midday sun does the trick, casting dramatic shadows and leaving everyone squinting dramatically, whether out of awe or just brightness. You'll notice the distant clang of metal and cheering, a cacophony of sound that'd leave any modern noise-canceling headphones trembling in fear. The games were nothing if not loud. Honestly, the roar of the crowd is like the continuous buzz of notifications on a phone that won't quit. Intense, overwhelming, but somehow irresistible. You overhear fragments of conversation, maybe about an underdog fighter rumored to win today, or perhaps something more mundane, like someone's adorable new kitten who won't stop chewing on sandals. Which, fair, cats have been a universal concern through history. And here's the wild part. Despite being completely outmatched, it wasn't unheard of for a completely average Joe, Gaius, to become an unexpected champion. There were times when matches were essentially as rigged as a 5-alarm morning, where snoozing is both art and ritual. Fighters were pitted against wild animals or seasoned veterans, not so much for fairness, but for a spectacle. Kind of makes you wonder who would win in a TikTok showdown of popularity versus talent. The games were designed to keep everyone entertained, or rather, excellent at forgetting day-to-day woes, much akin to falling down a rabbit hole of funny dog reels online. Emperors used panem et circenses, or bread and circuses, to maintain social order, a concept surprisingly relevant. Maybe except replace the amphitheaters with today's social media antics. Now, historians may still argue about how these games were planned and what purpose each battle served. Were they sincere contests of prowess and bravery, or carefully orchestrated spectacles meant purely for distraction and control? It's a debate as old as the ruins themselves. Though the Roman emperors might be chuckling from the beyond at how their media strategies echo in today's digital age. But as you sit there in the dusty stands under the hot Roman sun, you start to daydream. Maybe you're thinking about gladiator schools, those training grounds where men, and occasionally women, were prepared for the games. Imagine ancient boot camps where camaraderie clashed with competition. You picture them running around in sand, sweating under armor, with tasks as endless as the email inboxes of today. And suddenly, you're grateful your biggest battle might be deciding what's for takeout tonight. Grocery run be damned. You shift on the stone bench, feeling its coolness against your skin, and another thought crosses your mind. What were the odds, in a place so known for its grandeur and thrills, that you'd feel this sense of magic weaving through the everyday fabric of history? This gigantic amphitheater, with its bloody sands and roar of the crowd, a place where names were made and legends were born, stands testament to stories untold and times forgotten. Yet, as you sit watching the spectacle unfold, you become part of that never-ending story, one that stretches its tendrils like fairy light in the evening dusk. As the midday sun casts its warmth over the Colosseum, you find yourself nestled in the crowd, feeling the energy of the arena pulse around you. It's like when you're at a concert and the bass thrums through your chest, a beat that matches the anticipation thumping in your veins. Okay, so here's the thing. Those meticulously organized Roman games, they were far from fair play. More often than not, gladiators were tossed into the mix with odds stacked against them, a bit like challenging a professional gamer to a duel when you're just a casual Sunday player. You glance at the arena, imagining the chaos of the next match. Perhaps a gladiator facing off against a lion, an iconic image of danger and courage, or perhaps sheer madness. These cats, though not quite the cuddly kind you might follow on Instagram, were imported from distant lands, adding an exotic flair to the spectacles. The question remains hanging in the air. Just how many of these majestic creatures grace the sands of the Colosseum before meeting their fate? It's one of those riddles historians still wrangle over, pondering the logistics of an empire's peculiar penchant for zoology. And here's something you won't believe. There were times when the battles involved ostriches. Yes, those towering, feathered, long-legged oddities. Imagine them trotting with feathers flouncing, like accidental participants who wandered in from some far-flung savanna. The Romans apparently had a taste for the absurd, blending high drama with low comedy, ensuring every event felt like both an epic showdown and a circus gone delightfully haywire. Yet amid all this grandeur and gore, there's a softer side to the Colosseum. A tale whispers through time, a mysterious venue where games played out not just for brutality, but for public bonding. Like a town square where the aroma of freshly baked bread mingled with the sounds of community chatter. Emperors who sat high in their royal boxes, like influencers watching the chaos unfold with cold, calculating amusement, knew this. They wielded these games like a social media campaign designed to distract and delight, serving bread and circuses to manage public perception with a deftness that would make any modern PR agent envious. As you sit back, the breeze tickling your face with whispers of history, you think about those gladiators, heroes in their own right, despite fighting in contests that weren't always designed for their triumph. Picture them, as real as any sports icon today, training with intense discipline, hoping maybe one day to hear the roar of adoration instead of contempt, seeking glory, or at least a fleeting moment under the sun's direct spotlight. They trained in schools, really more of gladiator colleges with a singular curriculum: fight, survive, entertain. Life as a gladiator was a constant showdown, a blend of artistry and survival. In their downtime, when they weren't enduring rigorous training, they might have exchanged stories, shared tidbits of humor, maybe even discussed something as trivial yet significant as missing an old pair of boots or contemplating the cosmic joke that is Roman plumbing. We like to imagine them laughing about the absurd variables of battle, how they'd sooner deck themselves out in traditional linens than face an armored bull. From time to time, a gladiator would attain enough victories or the favor of the crowd to win freedom. It was a golden ticket scenario. Think freedom in Rome, like gaining enough followers to monetize your chaos. Yet, how many actually hung up their swords for simpler lives is something historians curiously debate. Is it an echo of hope, or a rare prize only a few ever seized? As history continues to wrap its tendrils around you, drawing you deeper into its folds, you can't help but feel a certain resonance with the gladiators. Everyday people pushed into extraordinary circumstances, fighting their own battles, forging their own paths, and seeking their slice of momentary glory. Behind the blood and bravado, there were human stories knitted tightly together, echoing through the sands of time like whispered secrets from long-lost friends. As you relax into the image of the Colosseum transitioning from chaos to calm, bands of late afternoon light filtering down like lazy beams, you realize this place, with all its stories, was part mirror, part stage. It invited people to look, to feel, and ultimately, to question their own place within the great state of things. How much is spectacle, and how much truth? You take a deep breath, feeling the coolness in the air as the sun dips lower, the evening stealing in with the promise of moonlit reflection. And you start to feel it, a soft, satisfying drowsiness that promises a cozy, historical sleep. The afternoon begins to yield to the softer hues of early evening, and you feel the energy around you begin to mellow, like a party winding down when the playlist shifts to its sleepier tunes. You're still cozied up on your stone seat, the pockets of warmth from the fading sunlight playing gently on your skin. The arena before you quiets for a moment, a scene not unlike when the credits roll at the end of a binge-worthy series. You start reflecting on the peculiar dynamics of the Colosseum, where the mundane and the magnificently odd came together in a spectacle that captured the imagination of so many. You might wonder, as many do, about the true origins of these gladiatorial games. Honestly, it remains one of those unsolved mysteries that historians like to debate over, with theories winding their way through different points in time like threads in a slightly frayed tapestry. Did they arise as a form of entertainment at funeral rites, or were they an imported idea that Romans embraced with gladiatorial gusto? Just like today's fans argue over the best ever TV finales, scholars find themselves in a perpetual dialogue about how it all began, threading their arguments with a keen mix of speculation and historical sleuthing. Yet, as structured and formidable as it all seemed, the games held unexpected roles for women. Newsflash: women weren't just spectators. Some took part as gladiators themselves, practicing their skills in secrecy or occasionally front and center, challenging the societal norms of the day. Their involvement adds a fascinating layer to the history that's often overshadowed by the more boisterous tales. Picture them in the Colosseum, their prowess on display. A detail that would likely have blown a few Roman minds and stirred more than a whisper of controversy, not unlike the debate sparked by bold social media statements today. The softening sounds of the arena allow you to daydream about what a day in the life of a gladiator might have been. It's not all helmets and swords, after all. Early morning routines weren't so different from our own struggle with setting and ignoring multiple alarms. Picture them eating their fill of barley or dried fruits, energies fueled for the training and spectacle that lay ahead. Steeling themselves not just against swords, but against the spotlight and pressure, not unlike an athlete at their peak preparing for their moment in the sun. Training was rigorous, but ritualistic. You imagine the sand beneath their feet, the clang of practice weapons. These were no lightweight battles, no matter how constructed or scripted they might sometimes have been. Swords clashing like the din of overdue projects clamoring for attention in the background of one's life. How they prepared, mentally and physically, significantly diverged from the day-to-day, shaping up to a kind of artistry in the dance of survival. Beyond the battles, there were moments interjected with undeniable pomp and circumstance. Think grand parades, lavish ceremonies, rituals woven thoughtfully around them, like myth folded into reality. You imagine the vibrancy of those scenes, comparable only to the grandest parades you've attended, where confetti becomes a sea of color, raining down in celebration, music and voice blending in joyous cacophony. Nearby, the hidden workings of the Colosseum remain an enigma, like unopened emails or unread notifications waiting to reveal their secrets. Beneath the arena lay hidden vaults and secretive passages, keeping those behind-the-scenes spectacles at a low simmer, ready to erupt with life whenever summoned. Historians still wonder about these spaces, questioning what might have been housed in the shadows and whether they've unearthed every story these concealed places hold. As your imagination waltzes through these ancient halls, the day begins to gently ease into a tranquil twilight, and with it comes a slowing of breath and a peaceful rhythm that naturally calls you to a place of calm and rest. The ancient arena, with its storied history and unending tales, shifts from the clamor and call of the day's events to a quiet whisper in the night, a reflection not only of Rome's world, but also a mirror of our own, whispering the lessons of stories shared and scars endured. With a heart full of history and a touch of fatigue settling like a warm embrace, you feel yourself gently drawn back to the present, a welcome, sleepy transition from the Colosseum's echoing halls back to the comfort of where you are. It's time to nod off, your daydreams dulled yet full, feeling as if the soft hum of your modern world carries with it 1,000 tales waiting to be told. Twilight sweeps over the Colosseum, wrapping it in shadows that soften the rough edges, just as sleep wraps around you, drawing you into its peaceful depths. The truth is, the arena's echo would fade with the sun, taking along stories that swirl in the air like dust in a quiet room. It's the time of day when the hustle mellows into hush, and you begin to feel the weight of the history around you, pulling gently at your eyelids. You relax into the flow of thought, meandering through the wow-inducing absurdities of Roman entertainment. The pace of the past slows down, a gentle reminder that even history needs its downtime. much like when you switch off your endless notifications to finally embrace that sweet, sweet do not disturb mode. The excitement of the day's battles ebbs, slowly replaced by the quiet rustle of cloaks brushing against stone as the crowds disperse to their respective corners of the city, weaving late-night tales in taverns and homes. The city turns inward, beginning to tuck itself under Roman skies lit with stars. It's akin to switching to dark mode on your favorite device, seemingly simpler, yet revealing its own unique beauty. Maybe you imagine it, the flicker of oil lamps against the enduring stone, hearth fires sending tendrils of smoke upwards into the evening air, carrying with them whispers of today's spectacle scattered across the rooftops. It might be easy enough to think of the Colosseum as something distant, a relic of a world long past. But honestly, it exudes a familiarity, a reminder of our own tendencies to seek stories of valor, survival, and the odd burst of the unexpected. The fluttering of banners ceases, their colors dulled by the absence of daylight sun, blending seamlessly into the ancient nighttime canvas. Somewhere, an emperor stares out into the night. One can imagine the weight of spectacle resting heavily upon his shoulders, shrouded in both triumph and moral ambiguity. And you, too, return to the gentle embrace of your own spaces, where the hum of life, albeit quieter in this moment, continues gently in the background, much like the soothing white noise that eases your transition into sweet slumber. Historians remain ensnared in the pursuit of truth, canvassing over long-closed cases, peeking into centuries-old details, stories sewn snugly into the tapestry of time. How accurate are the tales we fawn over, and how much remains the embellishment of the victors? It is one of those midnight inquiries which linger into infinity, as timeless as questioning where all those mismatched socks disappear to. Rome and the games it birthed are a story told in myriad ways, evolving with each retelling, each new archaeological finding, each theory proposed. As the scenes from the Colosseum stories drift like feathers, it's the small, human details that settle deepest. A gladiator who misses home, a young child spellbound by a lion's might, the twinkle in the eye of a woman who knows she stands on the same ground where history itself was engraved. It's in these intimate snippets where we intimately connect across time, a tiny balm on the expansiveness of so much novelty and change. The story winds softly to its close. Your mind gently exhales, and the night cushions the lull of history. Together, we release the tether to the ancient pathways once navigated, and you feel settled into the velveteen darkness, content to let it all peacefully dissolve into the corners of your mind. Now, let yourself drift further into the quiet. Let the murmurings of the ancient world wrap you like a cozy blanket, and let the Colosseum's distant echoes serenade you into restful dreams. The night is yours, my friend. Close your eyes gently and let go. The glow of the Colosseum fades into the tapestry of night, threads of history weaving quietly around you, as if gently reminding you that time marches both forward and back. As the ambient noise of the city settles to murmurs, you find yourself unburdened by the weight of the day, gradually enveloped by the soothing darkness that invites reflection and rest. You can almost feel the sands of the arena slipping through your fingers, each grain telling a tiny part of a larger narrative. It's an expanse of stories, like scrolling endlessly through a timeline of humanity. But now, rather than overwhelm, it comforts. There's a simplicity in just allowing it all to be, without the urgency to keep up with the ever-spinning wheel. The candles and oil lamps flicker like stars brought down to earth, their gentle light reminding you of the peaceful joy one finds in serene moments. A bit like watching fairy lights twinkling around a room, casting warm glows and gentler shadows. It's that soft illumination that feels perfectly paired with the deepening night, a hue that might just be your heart's natural setting. A gentle breeze travels through the arches of the Colosseum, whispering secrets to the night that will remain held captive within its ancient stone walls. It's a sound that soothes, much like the soft hum of distant traffic or the rhythmic lullaby of a fan that has faithfully seen you through many nights. Thoughts of the gladiators, the emperors, and the vast multitude who filled the seats of the arena drift quietly, like reminiscence of a long-ago dream. His stories remain tangled, stories continue to unfold, but tonight, in this sacred space between consciousness and slumber, they lie comfortably beside you, as familiar and reassuring as a favorite old book. The Colosseum stands as a silent sentinel, a gentle guard over the city, watching as the heartbeat of Rome slows to a gentle rhythm. It's a rhythm that's mirrored in your own steady breathing, a reminder that past and present are connected by the thin thread of the now, a shared heartbeat across eras. There, in the quietude, arises an invitation to let go, a gentle nudge towards a restful night where dreams meander just as histories do, tracing paths through time and imagination without hurry or question. And as the night wraps its soothing arms around you, the sweet embrace of sleep finally arrives. The Colosseum fades into the backdrop, its echoes softened to a peaceful lullaby, and you find comfort in the wondrous simplicity of being gently adrift in the realm of ancient stories and safe spaces. So rest easy, my weary traveler. Drift into the quiet comfort. Rest in the intertwining tales that carry you into a tranquil night, and surrender fully to the embrace of dreams. Let go. Breathe deep. You are cradled by history, and it will hold you through the night until a new day dawns. Good night. The night deepens, stretching its velvety blanket across the ancient city, and the world seems to hold its breath. In this stillness, the stories we've shared lay softly, like petals on the ground, whispering their secrets only to those who choose to listen. The Colosseum, a sleeping giant, watches over Rome with an unwavering gaze, its stones saturated with moonlight, turning silver under the quiet sky. As you sink further into the comfort of your favorite chair or bed, cocooned in the warmth of blankets that seem to hug you just right, the narratives of emperors and gladiators slowly dissolve into a soothing silence. They're replaced by the gentle rhythm of your own heartbeat, syncing with the world's, the soft thrum that's constant and reassuring, like waves kissing the shore again and again. You find your mind wandering to those overlooked moments, the tiny rustles of everyday lives, that history tucked away like treasures. A gladiator's whispered prayer before stepping out into the blinding light of the arena. An emperor's fleeting moment of doubt hidden beneath the weight of his crown. The way a single dagger of sunlight might have caught in a plume of dust above the Colosseum's arena, making it dance like a constellation of tiny stars. These are the threads that weave the fabric of history and dreams. In the quiet corners of your imagination, life continues to unfurl in the ancient city. You picture artisans in their workshops, families sharing laughter over simple meals, markets with their vibrant tapestry of wares and words. All of this, the hum of living, becomes a gentle lullaby sweeping through the dreamscape you now traverse. Historians may still be caught in debate about whether the games were a manipulation or celebration. But here, in the comforting embrace of night, it all seems less important than the stories themselves and how they reach across time to cradle us in their gentle grip. Each story, like a note in a timeless melody, is perfectly placed to guide you into the night's embrace. You might feel a light breeze against your cheek now, or perhaps it's the faintest breath of memory whispering through your thoughts. An invitation, a gentle tug on the fabric of the world that says, "Rest, dear one, all is well." The air grows softer, the world quieter, as if everything has paused to savor this moment of profound peace. And in this stillness, you find yourself unfurling with it, your spirit as wide as the night sky, as calm as the spaces between stars. So let all the stories you've heard tonight become part of your dreams, stitching themselves gently into the tapestry of your rest. Trust in the quiet wisdom the night offers, knowing it holds you in an unbroken embrace as you drift deeper, deeper into a sleep that's as refreshing as it is profound. Breathe slowly, dear friend, and let this serene passage carry you softly through the night, where you'll remain cradled in the gentle, timeless arms of history's whispers until the morning light peeks over the horizon and gently calls you back to wakefulness. Until then, sleep well and peacefully. Good night and sweet dreams. As the night carries on in its silent vigil, let's drift even deeper into the comforting folds of history's embrace. The stories we've spun have been woven together like the softest of lullabies, gently coaxing us closer to rest with each word, each image. Picture yourself once more in that grand arena, the Colosseum now a silent cathedral under the canopy of stars. Its arches, magnificent by day, wear the night shadows like a cloak, creating a symphony of shapes and light that play across your imagination. The timeless tales of valor, spectacle, and survival echo faintly in this sanctuary of silence, not unlike the last song on a playlist, fading into the gentle hum of a sleeping room. In this tranquil setting, you reflect on the vibrant life that once thrived here, an intricate tapestry of humanity weaving together stories of emperors and people alike, their lives interwoven like strands on a loom, creating a grand mosaic. Here, lessons from the past are etched into the very stones, speaking of strength in adversity, of finding light even in darkest corners. Let your mind wander to the softer moments, the quiet camaraderie shared amongst gladiators in their barracks, the sensation of morning dew underfoot as the city awoke, the gentle cadence of Latin spoken in murmured conversations, a language of antiquity that feels oddly like a song that, though no longer sung, still vibrates somewhere deep within the recesses of collective memory. As your eyelids grow heavy with drowsiness, imagine the nearby sound of a gentle stream of words flowing through your consciousness, encouraging you to let go of the day's cares. The Colosseum, and all the tales it holds, rocks you like a cradle with the stories old as time and just as enduring. The myths, the truths, the dreams woven through centuries, all whisper a comforting song to entice you further into their fold. Imagine the endless sky above, dotted with stars that have guided travelers and dreamers alike, watching over you as you dream beneath them. The gentle crackling of a fire nearby, or perhaps it's the rustle of sheets as you settle into your safe harbor of slumber. Each sound is a tender note in a melody designed to lull you into a state of perfect peace. A deep breath in, slow and steady, and as you exhale, imagine releasing any remaining tension. Let it seep into the ground, leaving only calmness in its wake. The arena, the city, the whole world around you dissolves into a cloud of serenity, a gentle cushion carrying you effortlessly into the tapestry of your dreams. Nestled in this sacred cocoon of history and imagination, allow yourself to let go completely. Trust in the night, in the stories we've shared, and in the renewals promised by tomorrow's dawn. Close your eyes to the weight of worry and open them only to the ease of rest. Surrender fully now. It's time for sleep to take you, gently and surely, into its embrace. You've drifted beautifully within this narrative, and now it's time to relax into the heart of your own universe, into dreams as vast and limitless as the night sky itself. Sleep well, dear friend, and may the stories of this night guide you towards a dawn full of promise and peace. Good night. The night outside is deep and calming, wrapping your world in a cocoon of stillness that only the quiet hours can offer. The tales we've woven have settled like a soft blanket over your mind, and all that's left is for sleep to gently take the reins, guiding you through the tranquil landscapes of dreams. In the soothing haze between wakefulness and slumber, let your thoughts drift back to the Colosseum. Now, just a faint silhouette under the vast Roman sky. The bustling echoes of the day are long gone, replaced by the serene quiet that only a place steeped in centuries of history can offer. The ancient stones seem almost to breathe as they recount countless stories of resilience and humanity to those who pause to listen. Your imagination wanders through the empty arches, where once the crowd's roars were a thunderous tide. Now, there's only the faint whisper of the wind, softly nudging you towards rest with each gentle push and pull. This grand monument stands as a testament to time's passage, mirroring the ebb and flow of life itself. That endless cycle of beginnings and endings that carries on day after day, night after night. With the Colosseum as your backdrop, you sink into deeper contemplation. Perhaps you think of the people in the stands, friends and strangers alike, lives entwined for those fleeting moments of spectacle. You envision the gladiators, both weary and triumphant, retreating back into the shadows to forge new paths, their fates intertwined with the sands they left behind. And then you, a quiet observer wrapped in the narrative, find yourself gently rocked by this rhythm of life. As if by an unseen hand, the stars above shift slowly in their velvet expanse, painting constellations that tell their own age-old tales. They are like gentle guardians, watching over your descent into dreams where all things are possible and time holds no sway. There's comfort in knowing that this universe of stories exists, a timeless expanse that provides shelter and solace. Feel the gentle pull of sleep now, a soothing lull that beckons you to relinquish the day and embrace the night. Breathe deeply, letting that air fill you up with peace, each exhale releasing into the room around you, softening the edges of the mind. The day is done, and there's nothing more you need carry. Only rest remains, serene and inviting. The lullabies of history and myth cradle you close, their gentle refrains spiraling around you like threads of a familiar tapestry. There's no need to hold on or let go. Just be, and let the soothing darkness enfold you. Trust in this safe passage through the night, buoyed by the promise of dreams that nourish the spirit. So, let go now. Loosen the grip on thought and drift seamlessly into a world where your imagination and dreams are the architects. As you sink deeper, feel the gentle rhythm of peace carry you away, past the realms of memory, story, and time, into the comforting embrace of restful night. Good night, dear dreamer. May your sleep be as deep and expansive as the dreams that await you on the other side of awareness, returning you refreshed and renewed with the light of morning. Sleep well until we meet again through another story, under another sky. The gentle hum of night surrounds you fully now, like a soft current, carrying you further into the depths of a restful slumber. In this space, the weight of the past, the present, and all your weary thoughts lift gently away, leaving you feeling light and unburdened. You are cocooned in a warmth that feels as reassuring as being wrapped in your favorite blanket, the one that's frayed at the edges but comforts you like no other. Let your thoughts wander through the hazy paths of dreams, where the familiar melds with the fantastical. Perhaps you stroll again through the corridors of the Colosseum, each stone a page in the ancient book of history, each archway a portal to a different story awaiting exploration. These are tales that have traveled across time just to reach you, whispering wisdom as old as the stars above. Here, in this dreamscape, time snakes lazily, without the urgency of waking moments. Allow yourself to float along this gentle river, supported by the tender cadence of the night, each breath drawing you further into the serenity that comes with surrendering completely to rest. In the distance, the city around the Colosseum lies at peace, its brilliant past comfortably resting beneath the blanket of night. Rome, in its eternal glory, becomes a warm memory, and you can almost see the faint glow of lanterns flickering softly in windows, like tiny islands of warmth in an ocean of darkness. You might find comfort in such imagery, in knowing that the night watches over everything with an ancient patience, guiding us from one day to the next. These nocturnal hours belong to you, a time made for soft reflection and sweeter dreams, a sanctuary from the clamor of the day. Imagine the gentle murmur of a slow tide lapping softly against the shore, carrying you further into the depths of your own peaceful ocean. Each heartbeat holds you here a moment longer, a gentle reminder that you're safe, secure, and loved. The universe wraps around you like a lullaby that slows the passage of time, gently unfurling the stories we've explored tonight into the cobweb corners of your mind, letting them settle into the quiet recesses where dreams are born. As the night deepens yet further and you drift fully into its embrace, feel gratitude for this peaceful interlude, a chance to recharge, to renew, to simply be. Rest here, knowing you are part of an unending tapestry of tales and dreams that wove themselves just for you. So release yourself completely. Let go of the waking world and all its weight, and surrender to the gentle pull of slumber. You are cradled now in the cradle of the night, surrounded by the echoes of the stars, the stories of the past, and the promise of dreams to come. Good night, dear one. Sleep peacefully, and may you awaken with the dawn, renewed and ready for the adventures that await with the promise of another day's light. Until then, rest deeply, knowing you are watched over by the gentle guardians of night and the timeless stories they've shared. Sweet dreams, until we share another journey together in the embrace of a night like this. As you drift deeper into the soothing embrace of slumber, the night wraps you in its quiet arms, whispering the gentle lull of history's tales and the promise of dreams yet undiscovered. The Colosseum, once a buzzing hive of energy and excitement, lies dormant now, its grand arches and ancient stones softened by the moon's gentle glow. This magnificent relic of a bygone era stands silent as the night, a sentinel of stories past, echoing faintly in the peaceful hush that envelops you. Your mind wanders freely in this dreamscape, unfurling pathways woven from threads of imagination and reality. Here, time meanders like a slow-moving river, leisurely guiding you through the remnants of a world layered with tales of courage and survival, triumph and loss. You're cradled within this tapestry, gently rocked by the stories that have traveled through the ages to find you, whispering their timeless wisdom in the quiet language of dreams. In this tranquil space, feel the weight of the day slip away, leaving only the soft essence of stillness. Breathe deeply, letting each inhalation fill you with a comforting peace, each exhalation carrying you further into a realm of restful repose. Think of the stars overhead, steadfast anchors in the night sky, each one a beacon for your dreams. These celestial guardians watch over you, their light a guiding force, stitching the sky with their tales as old as time. Visualize the gentle glow inside your dream world, like the softest of dawns breaking over a quiet landscape. Distant echoes of past lives and stories linger in the air, shimmering on the edge of perception, ready to accompany you deeper into slumber. These whispers are like a familiar melody, a lullaby of the past that promises clarity and calm, wrapping you tenderly in the comforting embrace of history long dreamt. As you relax further, allow yourself to let go completely. Imagine each of your worries and thoughts dissolving into the night, mingling with the gentle breeze that moves silently through an ancient world, leaving you light and untethered. Here, surrounded by the warmth of history's touch, you find solace in the stories shared, a companionship in the quietude. In these precious hours of rest, acknowledge the deep connection we share with those who came before us, with the legends etched into the fabric of existence. This universal thread ties us together, a reminder that every moment of rest cradles within it the echo of humanity's journey across time. You are part of this timeless tapestry. Let that knowledge hold you in a comforting embrace as you slip further into the depths of sleep. With every breath, feel your body grow heavier, sinking comfortably into the softness beneath you, while your mind floats effortlessly in this serene ocean of night. The journeys of the past have gently escorted you to this threshold of rest. It's here you let them lull you into the deepest dreams, dreams that carry you to a renewed dawn. Good night, dear traveler of thoughts, beloved dreamer of tales. May your rest be deep, your dreams vibrant, and your night gentle. Sleep well, knowing you're cradled by the timeless embrace of comforting stories and ancient whispers, until the tender light of morning beckons you into a new day filled with possibilities. Sweet dreams until we weave stories together once more. As you sink even more deeply into the serene embrace of night, the echoes of our stories quiet to the softest of murmurs, like a gentle stream winding its way patiently through a lush valley. The night around you holds its breath, offering a backdrop of perfect silence, where every detail of the tales we've explored lingers like dew on a delicate leaf, adding a gentle sheen of magic to your slumber. Picture the Colosseum now, a magnificent silhouette against the starlit sky, its arches like ancient guardians watching over the world with a steadfast gaze. This grand monument, once filled with the roars and cheers of the masses, now stands in tranquil repose, its history whispering softly in the cool night air. It's a reminder of the passage of time and the constancy of change, much like the ebbs and flows of our own lives. As you lie nestled in comfort, the boundaries between wakefulness and dreams blur gently, and you float effortlessly in that sacred space where imagination weaves its most beautiful tapestries. Here, the tales of gladiators and emperors mingle with the quiet stories of everyday people, all playing their part in the grand theater of history. Drifting further into this peaceful expanse, feel the gentle weight of your eyelids growing heavier still, each blink a promise of deeper rest. The night's embrace is as soft as the touch of a breeze on a summer's evening, coaxing you effortlessly into the depths of slumber, where dreams unfold like pages in a cherished book. Imagine those dreams now, as they begin to unfurl, painting vivid scenes and quiet musings across the canvas of your mind. They're a dance of colors and light, shifting and reshaping as they entwine with the memories and wonders of the stories we've shared. Each dream a unique journey, inviting you to explore the realms of possibility and wonder where anything and everything can be. As the night stretches its serene blanket over the world, allow yourself to be cradled by its gentle rhythm. Breathe deeply and feel the tension slip away with each exhalation, releasing all that no longer serves you into the quiet sanctuary of the night. Here, in this safe and sacred space, you can let go completely, trusting that the night will hold you tenderly as you journey through your dreams. In this place of pure tranquility, you are free to wander through the corridors of imagination and memory, finding peace and solace in the echoes of the stories that have brought you here. The night sky above, vast and endless, reflects the universe within you, a reminder of the boundless potential that awaits. As you rest in this gentle embrace, know that you are cared for, cherished, and always surrounded by the timeless stories that bind us all. Sleep deeply, dream vividly, and awaken renewed and refreshed, ready to greet a new day with open arms and an open heart. Good night, dear dreamer. May your night be filled with peaceful lullabies and whispering stars, guiding you to a place of sweet, restful dreams, until the morning sun gently calls you to rise once more. Sweet dreams and peaceful slumber until we meet again in the realm of stories under another starlit sky. The night wraps itself around you even more snugly, its calm and quiet, a gentle cocoon drawing you deeper into the soft, velvet embrace of slumber. You are nestled amidst the echoes of history, with the magnificent shadows of the Colosseum standing guard as the ever-watchful moon hangs high above, casting its silvery light over the ancient stones. Here in the stillness, your mind floats gently on the ripples of stories told and untold, where time bends and sways like a slow dance between the moonlight and the earth. The tranquil air is filled with whispers that tell tales not just of grandeur and triumph, but of the quiet moments that knit centuries together. The shared laughter, the unexpected friendships, the stolen glances that speak volumes in their silence. As the stars twinkle softly above, like tiny beacons of light in the vastness of the night sky, you are reminded of the constancy amid change. These ancient luminaries have witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the weaving together of countless lives, much like the weaving of dreams on this serene night. They are your companions now, steadfast and reassuring, guiding you gently through this restorative passage. The rhythm of your breath aligns with the gentle pulse of the nighttime landscape. Each inhale invites a soothing peace, each exhale a letting go of the day's residual weight. You relax into the softness surrounding you, a feeling as comforting as returning home after a long journey, slipping into well-loved pajamas, and feeling the familiar warmth of security. In this realm of dreams and quietude, the stories we've shared take root in the fertile soil of your imagination, blossoming into vivid dreams filled with color and possibility. Let these dreams carry you on their gentle currents, exploring vistas of wonder and curiosity, where past and future intertwine in a dance of infinite potential. Imagine walking through a garden of memories, where each flower holds the essence of a story heard, a lesson learned, a moment savored. The scent of these blooms, sweet and rich, fills the air around you, encouraging you to linger and explore, to wander through this labyrinth of your own creation, knowing that every path leads to the comfort of understanding and the promise of discovery. As the night deepens further, allow the peaceful darkness to cradle you as you release all remnants of the waking world, letting them dissolve into the quiet infinity of the night. Trust that within this quiet sanctuary, you are safe, supported, and surrounded by the gentle whispers of history and the watchful embrace of the universe. With each passing moment, you sink further into a state of deep relaxation, where dreams unfold effortlessly, revealing mysteries and wonders that stretch beyond the horizon of waking thought. Let your dreams be your guides, leading you to experiences both fantastical and familiar, where you can drift unencumbered through the realms of your mind. As the night draws you into its serene embrace, know that you are cherished in this moment of tranquility. Each breath, a lullaby, each heartbeat, a tender reassurance from the world beyond the stars. Sleep deeply, dear dreamer, and let the whispers of the night carry you gently on their wings until the first light of morning stirs you softly into wakefulness. May your dreams be as rich and fulfilling as the stories we've shared, offering you a night of restful peace and the clarity of a new dawn. Good night, and may your slumber be filled with calm, just as endless as the sky above. As you float further into the depths of sleep, the night gently coaxes you deeper into its embrace, wrapping you in a blanket woven of dreams and starlight. The world around you fades to a tranquil hush, where even the quietest whisper becomes a soft symphony guiding you toward deeper rest. The ancient stories we explored tonight whisper softly now, like the rustle of leaves on a quiet evening breeze, gently guiding your thoughts away from the bustle of the day. They weave themselves into the fabric of your dreams, creating a tapestry rich with history and imagination, each thread a connection to the timeless dance of life. The mighty Colosseum stands as a calm sentinel, its shadow reaching across time to touch your resting mind with echoes of lives lived beneath its grand arches. The vibrant life of ancient Rome, once bustling with the energy of gladiators and emperors, fades into a serene stillness, leaving only the gentle pulse of the city beneath a velvet sky. You find yourself wandering through those ancient streets in your dreams, where laughter and whispered secrets float on the night air, like the sweet tones of a melody almost remembered. Now, let your breath rise and fall in time with the quiet rhythm of the sleeping world. Each inhale a balm soothing your spirit, each exhale releasing the last traces of the day's weight. Here, in this sacred space, dreams unfurl like petals of a night-blooming flower, each one a portal to another part of your ever-expanding universe. Imagine yourself drifting on a gentle current through your dreamscape, where each scene presents itself like a page from a cherished storybook. Colors swirl around you in soft hues, reimagining the tales shared, shifting them into landscapes both familiar and fantastical. You might find yourself walking through fields that shimmer with starlit dew. Or perhaps you're exploring a hidden library, each book a treasury of dreams waiting to unfold. As you continue this gentle descent into the restorative embrace of sleep, the soothing cadence of night holds you in its embrace, whispering the promises of renewal and peace. The gentle guardian stars above, stalwarts amid the endless sky, twinkle softly, their light a gentle guide illuminating the pathways of your dreams. Feel the serenity flow through you now, a tide of warmth and contentment that carries you effortlessly toward a state of blissful repose. Allow yourself this time of rest and renewal, knowing that the stories of old have become your quiet companions, guiding you safely through the nocturnal journeys that await. There, in the depths of this peaceful night, you are surrounded by the boundless potential of your dreams. They are like the gentle ripples on a still pond, each one expanding and unfolding in limitless possibilities, painting the night with the vivid hues of your heart's most cherished imaginings. Sleep deeply, dear traveler of dreams and keeper of stories. May the night enfold you in its tender embrace and carry you on wings of peaceful slumber until the first light of dawn touches the horizon and calls you gently back to the waking world. Until then, rest easy with the comfort of knowing that you are cradled in the universe's gentle lullaby, under the ever-watchful eyes of the stars and the whispers of history. Good night and sweet dreams, until we find ourselves here again, exploring the tapestry of time beneath another moonlit sky. As you journey deeper into the serene landscapes of your dreaming mind, the night holds you tenderly, like a gentle guardian watching over your peaceful sleep. The stories that carried you to this place of rest have woven themselves into the fabric of your dreams, creating a quilt of timeless narratives that wrap you in warmth and security. In this sacred space of slumber, time loses its urgency, flowing softly like a river through a valley, carrying you effortlessly along its gentle course. You are a traveler in this dreamscape, moving through scenes and stories that shimmer like reflections upon the water's surface, inviting exploration and discovery without the constraints of waking thought. Perhaps you find yourself wandering once more through the ancient corridors of the Colosseum, now a silent monument bathed in the soft glow of moonlight. Its arches stand tall and proud, echoing the whispers of history shared through the ages. Here, in the quiet hush of night, the stories of gladiators, emperors, and everyday Romans blend with the gentle rustle of leaves and the lull of a distant breeze, creating a symphony only your heart can hear. Allow yourself to drift through this tranquil setting, where each step seems to follow the rhythmic beat of your own gentle breathing. The stones beneath your feet are cool and soothing, grounding you in this space of timeless wonder. With each breath, you inhale the essence of peace, of calm, of connection to all that has been and all that will be. Your dreams take you on winding paths through time, exploring the hidden gardens of memory, where the scent of night-blooming flowers lingers in the warm air, and the stars above twinkle like lanterns guiding you gently forward. Each moment in this dream journey feels like a precious gift, a touchstone to the magic that spans centuries and connects us all through the stories we share. As you wander through this landscape, you might find yourself pausing to listen to the night's gentle murmurings, the soft rustle of history's pages turning, the quiet breath of the universe itself. These are the sounds of your own heart's lullaby, singing you into deeper sleep, into a place where dreams unfurl with the grace of a dancer moving through starlit shadows. Here, you float serenely, supported by the knowing that you are part of a vast and wonderful story, one that transcends time and space. In this moment, you are connected to all those dreamers who have journeyed before, their whispers joining yours in the symphony of the night, a chorus of hopes, dreams, and timeless tales. As the night embraces you, feel your spirit settle even further into the gentle cradle of sleep. Let the tranquility of the universe wash over you, a gentle tide ebbing and flowing with each breath you take, until the boundaries between you and the cosmos dissolve into the unity of peace. Allow yourself to rest in this cradle of stars and dreams, knowing that as you sleep, you are nourished by the stories that have traveled across time to hold you. These narratives have woven themselves into your soul, offering wisdom and comfort, and carrying you towards the promise of a new day. Sleep deeply, dear dreamer, wrapped in the gentle embrace of night and the eternal stories that accompany you. May your dreams be tender, your rest complete, and your heart light as you journey through the tapestry of nighttime wonder. Until morning's first rays beckon you back to the world of waking, may you find solace and joy in this realm of quiet slumber, under the watchful gaze of the timeless stars. Good night and sweet dreams, until we meet again within the embrace of another gentle night. In this tranquil realm of sleep, the night carries you even further into the depths of its embrace, a sacred cocoon where dreams unfold like the gentlest of waves rolling onto a moonlit shore. The world outside fades to a gentle hum, a lullaby of whispers and distant echoes, leaving only the boundless expanse of your imagination to explore. With each breath, feel the gentle rhythm of your own inner tide, rising and falling in perfect harmony with the universe. You are weightless here, drifting on the endless sea of dreams where time stretches and bends, allowing you to wander through endless vistas painted with the hues of possibility and wonder. The stories woven into your night speak softly now, their melodies a tapestry of ancient wisdom and quiet reflections that cradle you as you journey through your dreamscape. Each note of this lullaby is a whisper of tales from ages past, a testament to the eternal dance of life that binds us all together across the tapestry of time. You might find yourself meandering through the soft landscapes of memory and imagination, where the familiar and the fantastical blend seamlessly into one. Perhaps you walk along a starlit path that winds its way through a forest dappled with moonlight, where each step is cushioned by the gentle breath of the earth beneath you. The air is filled with the scent of night-blooming jasmine, sweet and heady, wrapping around you like a comforting blanket. The stars above twinkle with a knowing light, their soft glow illuminating your path with a tender warmth that invites exploration without hurry or worry. As you wander through this dreamscape, allow yourself to be guided by the gentle currents of possibility, where every turn offers new wonders to behold, new stories to be unfolded and cherished. The night is vast and welcoming, a canvas upon which your dreams are painted with the rich colors of the heart and the quiet eloquence of the soul. In this place of peace, let the quiet hum of the world wrap around you like a soothing balm, easing away the day's cares and renewing your spirit with the promise of restful slumber. Trust that you are where you need to be, held gently by the universe in this moment of stillness and grace. As you drift further into the embrace of the night, let your heart feel the gentle pulse of the world around you, steady and reassuring, like a heartbeat shared with the stars themselves. Each beat is a reminder of the connection that ties us all together, a thread of love and light that spans the cosmos and sings you softly to sleep. Here, in this sacred space of rest, you are free to dream without boundaries, to wander through realms where anything is possible and everything is beautiful. Bathed in the soft glow of the moon and stars, you are cradled by the eternal lullaby of the night, a gentle promise of peace and renewal until the dawn beckons once more. Sleep deeply now, dear soul, and let the dreams carry you to places of wonder and joy. May your night be filled with the magic of timeless stories and the gentle embrace of the universe's love. Good night, and sweet dreams until we gather again beneath the canopy of the stars, wrapped in the tranquility of another night.